Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Good evening, welcome. Welcome to the Empowered Pause. I am your host, Rachel Chinoa J. Good evening. I'll let a few people join. Let's see if anyone's watching live. Hopefully, I have a few viewers. If not, that's fine. We can always save this for viewing at a later time. But welcome to the Empowered Pause. I am your host, Rachel Chinoa J. Before we get started on this evening's discussion, I just want to give you a little information about us. Good evening, Tanya. Thank you for joining us. Speak Initiative is a nonprofit organization committed to combating the rise of suicide in our communities. SPEAK stands for Suicide Prevention through Empowerment, Action, and Kindness. And as you can see by the banner scrolling, we are still fundraising for the Empowered Pause and the other programs that Speak Initiative has already launched, which are the 90-Day Intensive and the Fearless Start. And we also have some programs in the works. If you would like to give or get more information about Speak Initiative and our programs, please visit our website at www.speaksuicideprevention.org, and you can also find us on all social media platforms. So, the Empowered Pause is just one of the programs under our empowerment philosophy. We're live each Wednesday evening, and it's just a brief check in where we, our speakers, and listeners take a moment to pause, gather, connect, recharge, and offer some empowering words, ideas, or just space to be heard. Okay? So, good evening, AQ. Thank you for joining. How is everyone feeling this Wednesday evening? If you feel like you want to comment, drop it in the chat. Feel free to comment, like, and share this so that we can reach the people who may benefit from our services. Okay, and I'm just actually going to make sure this is shareable so that everyone who wants to see it will be able to see it. Okay, so let's jump in. Yesterday, my father, who is no longer with us in the physical realm, would have celebrated his 77th birthday. So naturally, my siblings, my family, and I, we were and still are experiencing the emotions that come with grief and loss. For most of my journey, I didn't have my father or that side of my family as a physical support. But the amazing thing is that in a short period of time, I was about it was probably about 4 years between us reconnecting and his transitioning. The relationship that developed with him was one of encouragement, kindness, unconditional love, and support. He became a fixed, supportive, grounding energy in my life. And I am eternally grateful for that relationship and the time we had. So, yesterday, as I reminisced, I sat in the gratefulness of experiencing a limited but still impactful amount of time of his life. I recognize that not all of us may have or are able to identify the person or persons or support that has the effect of grounding us and encouraging us to stay focused. Then the question came up, how many people here watching live or who may catch this recording at a later time are able to identify the person, the group, or even the pet that has that effect on you? The calming, encouraging energy that may help you stay focused when it feels like life's challenges are throwing you off course. So, is anyone watching now able to identify who or what that may be for you? Feel free to drop it in the comments. If not, that's fine. I'm sure you may need time to think about that question, right? Of course, my dad isn't the only person, soul, or experience that has encouraged me along the way. There have been many individuals that have spoken life into me, listened when I didn't know what to say, held space when I could not for myself. And the beautiful thing in this is that I am now able to recognize these people, places, and even pets. So the question I pose to you watching is, who is that person, that group of people, or even that pet that has that grounding effect on you when things go a bit left? Who is that encourager that speaks life into you that helps you stay focused to be your best self? You don't have to answer or know that right now, but it's a great question to ask yourself. Then the question deepened because I asked myself, what if for whatever reason they are no longer available? Death, like my dad and a few others, the organization no longer existing for whatever reason. I mean, it's not like Samsung is smart enough to get my dad on so we can talk like we used to. If that person, pet, group, community is no longer physically accessible, what can we do to hold on to that connection? For me, it is the many memories that I go in with to access when I need to hear my dad's voice. It's the conversations during Jeopardy that we had, the way he said my name, and a few other signature words like fantastic, and the faith that he had in me before I could manifest it for myself. It could also be connecting to those who were also connected to him. I think of one of my dear fur babies who's also gone from the physical but continues to make me smile as I recall all of the times Sammy would lay on my chest with her heavy purrs and calming energy. When I see my current fur baby Skyla, I see Sammy too. It's calling my dear friend's name out and smiling as I drove past the cemetery where he was recently laid to rest, hoping to always have the memory of his smile, our conversations, and his energy with me. There's plenty of examples, present and past, but the point is to be able to hold on to that energy. It's continuing forward, mindful of the infinite nature of love, and sometimes looking back to get what we need in the present. It's not being afraid, even in the missing and the grief, to recognize that those moments haven't ended, they've just adjusted. So today there was a question within a question that I posed to myself and I in turn bring to you. Are you able to identify the people and energy you need in your life to maintain stasis, to stay centered? And if you do know, but some may not be available to know that it is still okay to pull strength, encouragement, and love from safe spaces and safe places, right? So I didn't get a lot of comments today. I just wanted to share that in dedication of my dad yesterday and going through the awareness of loss is a great thing. It's a major moment in our lives, but just because the person is not here does not mean we do not have that connection and we're not able to still access the love, the infinite love that they showed and that they gave to us. So that's my discussion point for today. Thank you so much for allowing me to be with you for these few moments. And I hope this moment has helped empower you or encourage you in another way. And maybe someone else that you may share this with, right? So we're here speaking every week. I will come back next week and hopefully we'll have another empowering discussion or some pivotal thoughts to actually go into. Thank you for watching. Until next week, take care.